things. I do it on my blog at Haunted Flower Duels Diaries. Check it out. Haunted Flower Duels Diaries, where I write more about this silly casual version of Magic the Gathering than any other human being on the planet, I believe. And I would love for somebody to challenge me in that regard and prove that they write about it more. So we'll just put that claim out there. We do it WWE style, right? We don't actually check the facts. We just say it, and people believe it's true until somebody comes along and shows us that we are wrong. And then we pretend we never said it at all. Oh wait, that's politics. That's not WWE, that's politics. How could I get those confused? It's so bizarre. Election years here in the US. They bring out a different side of everybody, because I mean we all thought we were all pretty opinionated and went around believing that we were really correct in everything we said before here in America, all of us. But oh my gosh, in election year it's not like it's a whole other level of opinionated and a whole other level of, I guess, what I would define as hard-headedness, which is the belief that you are right despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. But that is exactly what I think makes election years so entertaining. Alright, what else am I missing here? We need a green warden. This deck list that I'm copying from is all out of order. All kinds of out of order. I don't know what's happening. There's our Plated Crusher for the perfect combo synergy with the... what's the card I'm thinking of? The Chandra's Ignition. And let's get some of this and a little of that. You'll notice that we are above the moss here. Acid Moss doesn't make the cut in this Jund deck. Hell no. A pair of Mortuary Mires. Interesting. And a pair of Clifftop Retreat. So, Clifftop Retreat, where are you? White mana. What can we do with that? Radiant Flames for 3 if we draw the retreats. Okie dokie. That's the plan. Yeah. So this is the deck. And let's go see how it does in the wilds of Xbox. So, yeah, I would get the Clifftop Retreats almost a little bit if he had a Woodland Wanderer, but now he has Gaia's Revenge instead of Woodland Wanderer. But kept the retreats anyway. I mean, getting down with your Converge, it's become an art form of sorts. I'm all about getting that Converge value, but when you're just 2 cards, I don't know. One thing I like about weird dual lands is you can throw off the opponent when they go to Acid Moss you. So Clifftop Retreat's the same as a mountain, but if they're actually afraid of you having white stuff in your deck, they'll target it instead of, say, your Smoldering Marsh. That, of course, does not work in a tournament where deck lists are published, which is what the Steam Showdown is. So anybody reading the deck list will say, you're trying to fake me out with your Clifftop Retreat. Alright, we got a 2 rank. Let's see if this Jund deck, this Jund ramp deck that I've picked on can take it to the woodshed. I think we actually keep a hand like this. I mean, Nissa isn't useful right now, but man, Ob is so good on the play that it kind of forces our opponent to put us under pressure, and if we draw any kind of removal, sweepers, interaction of any kind, Ob just is so good. It's one of the premier threats that we can use in duels right now. Yeah. I mean, if his deck is slow and we spike it, we just kind of win. If his deck is fast, we get to take out his best creature, and that now he has to divert resources to fighting Ob. It's golden. The one thing I should be more like, I should use my brain more when I keep hands against low opponents of lower ranks. They're rarely playing like control decks. It's almost always one of the like guild decks. Like this will probably be, green-white renown, although we don't have a creature yet. It's rarely a ramp deck. It's usually, the straightforward deck assistant, deck wizard builds. Not gonna play Nissa. I'm under no pressure. I don't see a reason to. Elemental Bond. Interesting. Well, we're at least up against a different kind of brew right now. Some kind of green-white draw bazillion cards type thing. This... I think Mortuary Mire is permission to play Nissa. We can get it back later. And he knows about that already. Okay. Show him what he knows, show him what he knows, show him what he knows. So, are we gonna get some creatures out of you? Dear opponent, I hope they're not too big because my Rolling Thunders aren't very large right now. Oh, nope, not yet. Nissa is not going into combat because Gideon's Reproach and things like that could make my day sad. And I'm not into a sad day. I'm into an ob day. Jolly old Obnixilis, lend your ear this way. Demon, demon, demon stuff, light things on fire. Alright. Now our opponent has to do something. They have to get busy. I mean, they still get to draw cards if they play big creatures, but they did something. Look at that. How about that? There you go. Suppression bonds. We have Reclamation Sages? Sagi, I believe. And Ulamog will certainly remove that. So, he's only down temporarily. We can attack now. And we can do this. And we'll keep the mana up in case he's running some enchantment removal so we can go get our Mog. Angelic Edict targeting Nissa. Good choice. So, green-white control? Certainly not any kind of aggro deck like I anticipated. That's all we got. Let's ramp it up. Let's pot it up. There's a Kazanda. What do you suppose we're supposed to remove with Ob here? There's a good chance that Ob isn't actually going to live. Or not Ob, Ulamog. But we definitely want to get that suppression bonds removed. What's the other thing that's probably the biggest threat to us? The card advantage, I'm guessing? Yeah, I think I'm going to take out the elemental bond. This might be some kind of an angelic edict deck. Or, angelic, what's the thing? Why am I struggling with card names? I'm usually really good at card names. Like, I'm so good at it. Anyway, it's the enchantment that makes a stupid amount of angels when you play enchantments. I am really struggling with this today. Citadel of the Empty Throne. That's the one. Now you guys saw when I was searching my deck, if you didn't see when I was building it, Vile Aggregate, all 3 copies in a deck with, not that, well, that's not going to help you. That's not the play. That's not good. So, yeah, it does look like a white-green control deck that is short on Angelic Edict and Suppression Bonds at this moment and needs them pretty badly. Roar! Ulamog, feed me your library. Let me learn more. Tell me more about your deck. Jeez. Suntail Hawk. I just learned something. Suntail Hawk, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Okay. Boom. Let's just get lands. Let's get all these lands. So many lands, you guys. Leave no forest unfetched. I've always said that. I guess I could just Rolling Thundered him. I was too busy taking a nap over here and getting confused by what the heck's in that deck. The Omniferal. Yeah, I should just Rolling Thundered you. Missed lethal. Off to another swinging start over here. Rolling Thunder's so much work. You have to pump it up, and then you have to tap it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kafra! Alright. The Wombo Combo. The Suntail Hawk Elemental Bond deck. Shockingly falls. Now, come on. I want some good competition here. Let's get a good matchup. I did grade this deck harshly, and I want to know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. I want to see how we hold up. I want to see Vile Aggregate, be the 3-mana 1/5 beast it's meant to be. I'm drinking a soda called Izze. It is IZZE. It is sparkling apple, and it says that it is flavored juice beverage blend from concentrate with other natural flavors. I'm trying to get off a very long addiction to Mountain Dew, and I'm trying it with different substitute beverages. And this is the latest, and I get these weird kind of sodas that aren't sodas, that are more like fruit juice that with sizzle, from Amazon.com, which dumps it's like dumps a ridiculous bulk variety pack of these on my doorstep every week or so. No refined sugars, no caffeine, no preservatives, 70% pure fruit juice. What kind of fun is that? Sounds all healthy. Still 21 grams of sugar, despite no added sugar. That's the problem with fruit, looks healthy, tastes good, still has a load of sugar. And I would say I'm getting off Mountain Dew to get away from the caffeine addiction, but I'm actually not that bad with caffeine. It's the sugar. So this juice is kind of a replacement thing to lower the sugar intake, and then we'll work on lowering it further once we're off the Mountain Dew and on this juice. Because man, I get crazy headaches and cravings without sugar. I've tried different caffeine substitutes, and I learned quickly the addiction wasn't caffeine, it's sugar. Sugar, dun 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 dun, honey, honey. How about an opponent? Can I get a hell yeah? Can I get a player to join the match? Probably not. Probably not. Come on now. What was that? 3 tries? That's enough. That's enough. At some point, you wanna throw like some rage on someone. You wanna make a video that I think Hakeem has made famous, the I Quit video. But I think before him, Technivolver, if you guys ever watched and remember Tech, also I think made it rather famous. The game's not working today and I'm really mad, so I quit, and I make a ragey video about it. I love those videos. I don't know. I don't generally like to see people suffer, but Tech did it in a way that almost felt cathartic and beautiful. There's poetry in his suffering as he tried to play Magic Duels. I can barely get it out without giggling like a kid. So I don't know about you guys. I got into Magic Duels near the very end of 2013. 2014 was like my first full year with the product. And at that time, when I went on YouTube, and Twitch wasn't really a thing for Magic Duels, but on YouTube, I would watch WMG, Weapons of Mass Gaming, and I would watch Dice Show. I would watch Wingspan TT was actually the very first one that I watched, and I found out that he didn't do that much content that often, so my viewer relationship with Wingspan actually didn't last, although I went back and watched like all the videos he had made for duels at the time, because it got me into using YouTube to see about duels. So who else was there? Dice Show, one I really liked and miss. Nemo is one that I also very much enjoyed. I think he was underrated. He was kind of soft-spoken, humble, very polite. Reminds me of Hakeem. Kind of Hakeem's flavor of guy, but he was he was a lot better at Magic than I think people realized. Dice Show is very good. The guys from Weapons of Mass Gaming were good when they started out, and I think they helped teach a lot of people how to play Magic, but I think they kind of lost touch with where the game was going, where the format was going. I think they actually picked up bad habits from playing the game so much against noobs that when the player base got better and the cards and decks got a little more consistent, that I don't think they evolved with it, and I think it frustrated them. They couldn't really figure out why they were losing so much when 2015 came around, and I think that's why they left. But that's the impression I get. I don't know any of that for a fact. Let's see. I think those were the big ones. And of course, somewhere in there, Headcase started making videos, and I loved Headcase's videos. I loved the Journey series from 2014. One of my, as far as people who make a series around a game and a type of YouTube video, kind of playing a game into a weekly event, I think he did the best. I thought the series The Journey with his dodge and burn deck was the best thing I could watch that had anything to do with duels at the time, and I really look forward to it. And the conclusion was epic. He told a story every episode, which was awesome. It's a real good mixture of comedy and drama and this silly duels game that we play. So that's Headcase with a K, and it is called The Journey. He probably still has a playlist if that's still on YouTube at all, and I would recommend going back and watching that if anybody gets too bored with this game. And that, I really miss him. I wish he still made videos. I liked his videos. We're gonna put that Vile Aggregate to work. We're gonna see what we can do with Vile Aggregate, how big we can get this colorless critter. Somewhere in there, I met Hakeem before he started making videos. That's not cool. We wanted to see how this card performed, and you just completely disregard it? That's so cruel. But Hakeem got into videos not long after I met him, and quickly became, one of the big ones doing it. I don't know when Legend started, but he certainly took off somewhere in there. I didn't discover him right away, surely, but He's definitely been discovered at this point and stayed at it. Mobius came along a while after Hakeem. It did seem like it was dark there for a while, like there were only a few people doing videos, like Legend, Hakeem, Mobius, I think were the only ones consistently doing it for the last year or so, and then lately it's just taken off. I'm in on the act. Everybody who's jumping into the tournaments is getting in on the act a little bit, and people I've never heard of or met before are putting up videos for duels, and that's good. And nowadays, I can't even watch all the videos that go up on YouTube for Magic Duels. It used to be I could watch all of it. I would run out of content. I would search and I would run out of stuff to watch long before my appetite was satisfied. And now I can't keep up. Not to mention I'm doing my own. You know, I'm trying to get some stuff out there. Probably explains why I don't have a ton of followers and I don't have a ton of views on my videos. It doesn't necessarily bother me. I know that there's a lot going on. People have lives. And there's a lot of content right now for there's a lot of competition right now for this content. A lot of people are trying to produce it, and that's cool. It's not really about getting a ton of views for me. It's almost like I have a lot of duels thoughts, and I used to try, and writing them all takes time. Like formatting and doing good writing it's a fair amount of work. And just being able to play and get my thoughts about the game out to more people, that is not as much work and it's more fun. So that's kind of what I've been going at it with. And that's what I've been doing. Just trying to get my duels thoughts out to the world, to those people who may enjoy them, maybe you don't. But if you are somebody watching me right now, you're kind of in the secret club. Like I said, I don't get a lot of views and I don't have a ton of subscribers. So you're in the secret you're in the secret CGB club right now. And we're gonna work at being really cool at Magic together. I think it's tempting to make a 4/4 to ignite it, but that doesn't deal with the Blight Herder. And then our creature just dies. So I'm actually just going to plus, because I think we need to draw more action. Our opponent has a really good draw, like the God draw for the processor deck, you know? His deck is humming. I don't know what he's pausing me for. I don't know what he's going to do with 3 colorless mana. But his deck is alive and working. So this could get tough. This could get tough. So while I'm all down memory lane, we've got a processing Blight Herder over here online. And he's still got 3 cards in hand. Well, let's focus up and stop the daydreaming. Because if you guys are coming here to learn cool stuff about Magic and, watch me play, you probably don't want to just watch me suffer and die. That'd be really... Although some of you might want to. There were certainly people who made videos that I wanted to watch suffer and die because I didn't like them. So I may have my haters out there who have come to watch me fail. I get it. I've been there, you guys. Welcome anyway. Well, Gemini wants to play. I guess he got his Xbox Live back. He told me he wasn't on Xbox Live anymore, and now he is. I want to see where this game goes, though. I really want to see where this game goes. You can kill Nissa. You can attack everything at Nissa, and I can block the Herder with Blister Pod. Well, let's see. Looks like he sees it. I would take out Nissa in his shoes. No doubt about that. There you go. So there's no point in blocking with the Blister Pod unless I want 1 more mana, and I'm not convinced that's what I want, so we let Nissa go. Good night. Good night, sweet Nissa. Now we need to draw something amazing. Well. Can't complete disregard it right now, can you? You can horribly riot. Had a feeling he had that, but that's what I was thinking about there, just from the way he's paused in the game, but whether he had it or not much I can do. He's down to one card, so we just have to keep fighting, weather the storm here. It is a storm. Land off the top, thank you. Let's hope we don't draw another. Oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cuts him down to 2 scions. I think we take one more turn and do some blocking. But our opponent, well, could be sitting on Spell Shrivel. It would make sense for the way the game's gone, and it fits into his hand just fine. Fits into his deck's plan just fine, so we could be dead men walking. You get over here, you here, and you there. Tricks. Another complete disregard. What makes sense for that pause? That was a weird pause. Probably a complete disregard, but would he use it? I don't know if he'd use it there. Thanks for taking our Green Warden. Could have used that guy. Alright. Turn those sideways. We are having some problems with Tide Drifter here. It has made Rolling Thunder kind of rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. So that's what we'll do. But remember, Spell Shrivel. I think we still have to max it out, because otherwise we're never going to come back in this game anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yep, okay. So we got him down to a pair of 1/2 scions, and we're top decking. And we have 4 turns to do something relevant. I wonder what's in that hand. Sludge Crawler, great. Great. Love it. How about we just draw a big monster? That would be nice. Or another Rolling Thunder, wouldn't hurt. There are 3 of them. At least he plays the full 3 Rolling Thunders, because that card is amazing. Land. Awesome. So, if we get beat down by the processor deck, I think my very poor grade for this deck can stay intact. Did I make any huge mistakes? Like, huge? I don't think so. Yeah, pump it. Do it. You got this. You are good. And down we go. So that was an ugly loss. I think that was the second game, so I think we have one more to go if we can get paired up. But, yeah. Again, this is the deck I gave the lowest grade in the whole Steam Showdown. And as much as I wanted to learn how wrong I was and how amazing Vile Aggregate was, it certainly didn't fit the bill in that game. It died. Like, cards that die to early game removal and late game removal crack me up, right? So early game, like, it gets complete disregarded. Late game, it eats a horribly awry. A card that, you know, against a ramp deck should be horrible in the late game. When you play a ramp deck, you expect to draw a lot of land. I don't even think I was really flooded that game. I had a few unfortunate draw steps where I drew land instead of a spell, and something else may have happened. But you have to expect to draw a lot of lands if you're going to play ramp. That's... Finishing the game with a lot of lands on the table shows you did things right. And your spells need to have a big enough effect that it overcomes the disadvantage of most of your cards in play being lands. And that's where a card like Vile Aggregate is just not doing enough work to justify its spot in the deck. Because when I have a Vile Aggregate and I'm trying to cast it and it's getting horribly awry or completely disregarded, and I've got 7 lands in play, it's just kind of a waste. It should be a big, awesome creature of some kind. It should be something with big effects. You know, Rolling Thunder's got a big effect. I can dig that card. That's why I think you got to run all the Rolling Thunders. When you have a bunch of lands, there are a few cards you want to see more than Rolling Thunder. Ulamog. That's about it. I mean, it's Rolling Thunder's just awesome. You always want to draw one as soon as you have like 10 lands or more in play. The only cards you want to peel off the top of your deck are Rolling Thunder and Ulamog. All right, guy's gonna pause us so he can fetch. Let no play go unfetched. And both blue. Interesting. I don't know where we are ramping to this game. We don't have any black yet. I guess we're ramping into control, but it's not the way I like to ramp. Hey, there's a Thopter Engineer. A card I really hate lately. For anybody who watches the Xbox One Invitational, you know my relationship with Thopter Engineer. It is the most important card for the Thopter decks, and there it is on turn 3, right where it's meant to be. So do I just blow it up? I wouldn't worry about it if I had black mana, but I don't. So I think I just have to kill it. And you guys might think this is crazy, but believe me, I've worked on playing ramp against Thopters probably more than any human being should. And you just have to kill that engineer. I mean, that's where most of the damage comes from, and it's how you get into these situations you can't get out of. Yeah, there we go. I like that. I was hoping for, I thought that Spy Network might, make my Sage pay off, but Flame Shadow is even better since he doesn't draw the card first. Still, I feel like we're on a ramp to nowhere right now. A little bit like last game. We need some big effect cards. I don't feel like there's enough of them in the deck. Where's that list? I'm sure he's over there, a sad panda, I hate it when people blow up my Conjuring. Hey, look, he had the Thopter Spy Network as well, and now he gets to beat me up with it. It's that kind of day. So, Plated Crusher we haven't drawn, Gaia's Revenge. I guess there's a lot of big stuff. We just are not drawing it. How about Black Sources? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Wow, there are not many black sources at all. Like, if I don't draw Nissa's Renewal, I've only got 5. Oh, 7. I've only got 7, but still, that's unbearably low. That's not right. That ain't right. No Gate Creepers, no way to, set that up. That's wrong. Can't get behind it. So the odds of us actually just top decking the black sources to cast this Languish are really bad. We need to draw Nissa's Renewal. I wonder if that would have changed how I kept the hand. I don't know. I think I still have to keep that hand. It's hard to say. And now we're just going to get Value Town right out of this game if we don't draw something pronto. Yep, and now he gets Thopters whether I get to cast Languish or not. Great. Great. There's a card. Not the worst card I've ever seen. It's going to take a few turns to be relevant. So am I supposed to attack this board? Yeah. If he trades, that's fine. Yeah, do like that. Since they have flying anyway, the best thing I can do is draw blocks. Because that at least lowers the clock. Oh, and we take out the chief. Clutch. Alrighty, there's a foundry. Means he doesn't have to lean more into the board, but let's see if he does anyway. He does. I can't blame him too much. Haste. Engineer is clutch. Engineer is what you need. Look at him go, look at him go. There you go, my friend. Turn things sideways. You should attack with that Pia Kirin too. Because, I mean, it's pretty obvious what I'm going to do here. Pause me, sure. That's why you should have attacked with Pia anyway. But it doesn't matter. Just some bad play on top of a great draw against a bad deck, I think. Now, fortunately, he doesn't have to worry, he being the player of this deck in the Steam Showdown, he doesn't have to worry at all about Thopters, because nobody registered Thopters in the Steam Showdown, so you're going to be okay. Like, Thopters isn't the end of his world or anything. Now we hold back. Now, let's see if he has the chief to really put us in the hurt. Another spy network. Awesome. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Puts me at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Deck is behaving perfect. Let's see. What spells has he cast? None. So Chase isn't a big deal. See if we can pull this off some ridiculous way. Starts right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Can't block. 1, 2, 3. If he has a burn spell, this doesn't work. But if he doesn't, and he makes 2 Thopters next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Huh. Let's do it. Ba-boom. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna kill my aggregate? Nope. And now we do this. And see if we can thread a needle here. In a game that appeared to be over. We're gonna go for the big comeback. Thank God we drew that Nissa's renewal. Yep, more cards for you. It's gonna need more Thopters. A Whirler Rogue or something like that would be a problem. Zoa. Sure. Another Vial. Yep. What can we draw? Lots of things, actually. That's not it, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should know this by now. 11. So, I think I have to take out the networks. You could trade for Gaia's Revenge, and that would be fine. So do I attack first? If I attack second, I get aggregate pumped. But I don't think it's gonna matter, because he's not gonna block it with both Thopters. The only way it would matter is if he didn't block at all. Let's attack first. Here comes a Vial. Here doesn't come a Vial. Thopter, and that's it. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which I think I just have to do. But I think I have to get rid of the networks. If I don't, he untaps, he gets 2 creatures. I could just take out his artifacts. Or I could take out 1 network and 1 Zoa. But then he gets to draw 1 card. Zoa gets him a card anyway, so it's going to be Zoa and 1 network. And give him 1 card. Yeah, it'll have to do. That was a pretty tough turn. Still trying to complete the comeback in a game that really looked over and pointless. But our opponent is drawing the cards. He's got the Vials, so it's not like Ulamog's going to get to finish him off anytime soon, but we're way ahead on board. He needs to stay established in the air. Oh, there's a big play. Does he have a land? He's out of land. He's out of land. Huh. I'll start there. If I take out a Thopter, does he have to block with a Willbreaker to live? He does. So we're going to force him to use his Willbreaker to block. And just put him under crazy pressure. The other Willbreaker's in there, that's good. There's our blocks. There's our ingest. Got a lot of the goods. He does need to put those foundries to work. How about his engineers? Does he still have an engineer to draw? I think there's 2 of them in the yard. Yep. Still an engineer to draw. If he has that right here, that's not quite enough, but man, would it have been close. Okay. Pass and turn. Gonna have to start violent stuff. Getting violent. Get it? Well, those vile aggregates are trying to put the work in right now. Although if they had been just about any big creature, that would have helped too. Oh, mistap. You can still fire off the other one if he does it right. There you go. Everything he has flies, so you just gotta swing. Probably get block, block, block. Yep, he's got to do it that way, which is great. The trample on aggregate actually mattering here. And he should put that, yep, there you go. And our opponent now is the one hanging on. Would have loved to draw Rolling Thunder, but going back to like my low life total and that Rolling Thunder play earlier on the Engineer turned out to be a big deal. If we had taken like some haste hits from those Zoas, we'd be dead. And here's that last Engineer. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can hit me for 5. He's still 1 short of Chief. I need to look if he still has a Chief. He's going in on the damage. Here we go. But I'm going to deck him if I get to attack, which I won't. He'll use the Vial. And then he'll chump block the other 2. So he's got... it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Oh, there's a good draw. That's a good play. That's the Rogue. Alright, so I'm back where I have to draw something here. Here we go. Just gonna play this one. Gives away my hand, but I can think of some sequences that I might need to do it. How about that Chandra's Ignition? One of. Brutal. Brutal. We fought hard, you guys. We fought really hard in this one. But we will not be taking it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the air plus foundries means 1, 2. You can just block this with Engineer. So I'll have to hold it back and at least make him attack right, which I'm sure he will. But you gotta force it. Or maybe he'll get really sensitive and try to super block the guy's revenge. Oh. Oh my. Oh my, is he gonna do this? Nope. I was hoping he'd get really sensitive and like mega block revenge. Oh well. So, I think we beat one really bad deck, and then we got smashed by a Thopter deck, and we got smashed by a blue-black processor deck. So, I don't know. I might have to drop the D+ grade. I think this deck is even worse than that now after playing with it, because you get all this mana, and it doesn't feel like it does much. I mean, even Ulamog didn't get the job done. Again, we don't have to worry about Thopters in the Steam Showdown. Lucky him, because this matchup felt horrible, and we almost pulled it off. We almost got there, but yeah, did not work out. Dun dun dun. So, yeah, if I keep playing this deck, I don't think I'll be at rank 40 on Xbox for very long. Let's get this out of my system. All right, so that was sort of fun and interesting. A deck that I didn't expect to do well did worse than I expected. But we still almost got there, you know. We fought. We went for it. But man, some of the things about it I just don't get. Again, I don't like Jund. You shouldn't take my word as gospel. If he does well with it, and he could win the tournament, and then you guys would all be laughing at me, and that would be fair, because I should be laughed at if I get it that wrong. But man, oh man. I guess we never saw Plated Crusher. We never got to do Mortuary Mire shenaniganry. We never Radiant Flamed with a Clifftop Retreat. We did a bunch of stuff that I'd expect a ramp deck to do, like Nissa's Renewal into an Ulamog. The mana base is really low on black sources. We've only got 7, and then if you count Nissa's if you count Nissa's Renewal, we have 10, but if you're going to play double black cards like Languish, you need at least 14. I mean, math. You want to cast this in like 80% of the games when you draw it, you got to start from about 14. Man, I don't know. It's weird. I don't get Blister Pod, Vile Aggregate, Perilous Mirror, Wombo Combo. I don't think it's right for the format. I love 3 Rolling Thunders. I can't get past, I love the parts of this deck that are basically the green-red ramp deck, and I love Ob. He's my boy. So, there are ways that this deck just goes out there and stomps on decks that can't handle good old traditional ramp, but then why not play traditional ramp? Alrighty, I gotta put that away. I gotta go. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. No, I duplicated it. No, it's spawning out of control. Ah! Why do stupid decks get to breed? Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I know this was a bit of a different thing. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back and see you another time.